take that.
Off a Monday. That's right.
Wait, can we just take a minute that this video and like this blew up into what it is? Like, this is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous that this blew up to what it is. Like, literally.
And I agree with her. Look, I may not use those exact words, but I gotta be honest. The fact that they called her transphobic, and I'm gonna, should I spoil it? Lalas, tell me, do I spoil the reason why they're calling her transphobic? Because I don't know how soon we're gonna get to that part, but I just want to tell you guys now, the same people who went after me, the same people who went after Rev, the same people who've gone after every single ChudTuber at this point, went after this young lady. And it's ridiculous. These people are ridiculous. I have never seen such out of touch people in my entire life until this year, when I got canceled again earlier this year with Makeship and whatnot, and getting banned off of Twitch. This year, I thought last year was bad because people were coming after me for my whole Roblox drama from 2024, but this year takes the cake. The amount of harassers, the amount of doxers, the amount of people who can't adhere to reality has been astonishing. And the only crime that this woman committed was saying that men can't have periods. And what was the other thing? Men can't have periods. And she didn't want men in women's spaces. Those two things, I think. Don't quote me on the second one. Definitely the first one. That one I remember very well. That's what she said. And it wasn't even just the woke mob. It was someone close to her. The other problem that these people have with her is that she has generated some AI stuff based on her model. And that is a whole other can of worms in the VTuber space right now, is copyright, is ownership of artwork and models and things like that, which legally, a lot of the stuff probably doesn't hold water anyway, and these artists wouldn't have the money to face the legal battle. But her own quote-unquote friend threw her under the freaking bus, man. This is insanity, but Rev will go through it. Let's keep going.
The fuck? Alright, let's do it. Let's do it!
Here. So as the quote in the screenshot says, what a way to start off a Monday. That's right, we have another example of a VTuber murder.
Okay, you're telling me I'm getting over 2 weeks of dealing with mono, finally getting back to work, and this is what I get to start my week off with.
That's crazy. I didn't even know she was sick like that. Dude, her and Nani Gachi have been sick around the same girls. I don't know, but you gotta wash them paws, girlies. I think it's the paws, Chad.
This is it! This is what I get to start my week off with.
Related company completely imploding because they wanted to prioritize virtue signaling on social media, bending the knee to a bunch of activists who are hounding one of their talents who they have now fired. And they fired this VTuber because they said
it's me. They're talking about me. Wait, that's me. They're talking about me.
Her energy is so cute. Oh wait, hold on. That my face isn't looking. There we go. Now it's cute again. She has the cutest voice. I'm so jealous. She's got the cutest voice. She's got really good energy too. She was on Side Scrollers. Did you guys see the Side Scrollers episode? She was with me and Maria for a little bit. And I'm telling you, those two are like two peas in a pod. Their energy, their gremlin energy. It just, the stars were aligning, chat. The horoscopes were saying Maria and Yukiwaru need to be friends. It was so nice. It was so nice to talk to her, honestly. I don't know if she'd heard me before Side Scrollers, but it was a good time. If you guys haven't watched that episode or that podcast episode, make sure you go check it out. I was on last Thursday.
Oh, so crazy statement, among others, that men can't get periods. Yep, that is something so controversial and so damaging, they were fired from this company, Waifu Wears. And not only did...
And there you go, another company that bent the knee. Makeship, Advanced GG, and now Waifu Wears. You know how stupid that is? You know how dumb this is? And by the way, these people went private. They went private for a little bit. I'm going to move myself back over there because my notifications are on the side. You guys got to see her baldness enough, okay? But yeah, like, so, and the sad part is, and I think Rev is going to go over this, I'm not sure, is that Yukiwaru got to reach her goal to get her shaker cup or whatever. She sold, I think it was like somewhere between 45 to 50 units of something. And they canceled their partnership or their affiliateship, whatever it was, with her. You know how awful that is? And I feel for her because when Makeshift dropped me, man, I ran to Leaf and I'm like, Leaf, I don't know what I did, dude. I don't know what I did. And it's ridiculous because you can't share the truth or else you get canceled. She shared the truth. Now, here's what I could do. I can make the screen smaller if you guys want to look at Yukiwaru. I feel bad that I'm blocking her with my big bobblehead. Here. Should I do this? Can I do this? Is this possible? Do I need to do this? Make it smaller? What do you think, Lalas? For this stream only. I have a little something I can use to make this look okay. Not that. Maybe not that. I think it was this one. Here we go. That way I can sort of have her on the screen here. All right. Yeah, so basically she spoke the truth. They got mad at her. You guys were correcting me here and saying that she had 45 cups sold. And then they dropped her. They dropped her. It's astounding to me that they did that. I'm not surprised. But you would think that it would be about business first and not about canceling. But again, every time they do this, a new Chud is born. They're made. They're crafted from the hands of cancellation. It hasn't worked out for these guys so far, and it's not gonna work out ever. Because now the ball is in our court. It's not in the woke left's court anymore. The Chuds are taking over, and it's just a matter of time before we have our own thing, our own companies popping off, and we will not need you. We will not need to bring our business over to you. And let's be honest, guys. Most of these left wokies don't buy this stuff. They're not supporting these companies. And if you guys remember what happened to Rev, I'm sure that they've lost quite a bit of revenue because their current partners of X-Milk probably not pulling in the numbers that Rev did. So I'm sure that they're regretting it behind the scenes to some extent. And now Waifu Wares has done this, even though they're smaller. And again, please do not go harass the people at Waifu Wares UK. Do not go harass the owners. Do not go harass the page. Keep it clean. Don't stoop to their level. Just don't buy their stuff. That's all you have to do. Don't buy it. They think that they can do this and that it won't hurt them in the long term. It absolutely will.
They bend the knee to these.
Dad, look, I'm on TV. Dad, are you proud of me?
She's so silly.
Activists. They eventually.
Can we take a moment? Thank you for the follow, Cleavage Dude. W name.
What a name.
Dad, them. What was?
She's back to not being bald.
And I sold 45 shaker cups in like less than 2 weeks. They sent me my payout and everything. I did get paid. And they sent me the bonus that they said I would get for selling fully out of the cups. The cups are on their way if you got one. But I literally just did my first merch drop with them. There we go.
So chaotic. So chaotic. I mean, I'm glad that at the very least they're going to be shipping out her merch, but obviously she will not be working with them going forward. It's really unfortunate because 2 weeks she met her goal. You know, how many people can say they met their goal for merch? Not many people. And the fact that they dropped her afterwards, absolutely disgusting.
Thank you for the follows. I did just drop my cup with the cup with them. So if you got a cup, just know I will not be making another one with the company. So if you got one, lucky fucking you. Don't do it. Like, you should not do it. I mean, I know they're from the UK, and I fully supported that. The shipping was just, I mean, I get it. They're a smaller company, but the shipping, ugh. Gamer subs? I'm not big enough to work with gamer subs.
No, the dream to work with gamer subs. I know, Queen. I feel that I feel it.
Basically, Jellywig squared, right? They bend the knee and then they chicken out, and they look absolutely terrible. Now, unfortunately, this is.
Oh my God, that's my Twitter. That's me.
You know what's crazy is that she's at like 15.5K followers now on X. It did. I'm telling you, it didn't work out. Her numbers went up at least like 5 times across her different platforms. I think she's at like 40K or 41K subscribers on YouTube now. She was at like 20 something. And I think that on Twitch, she's grown quite a bit too. So again, you can try to cancel us, but it's not going to work. It's not going to work. We are connected. The Chuds are growing. Sure, all of us may not talk to each other. We might not all be friends. But let's be honest. You do this to one person, and it just backfires every single time. Now, I'm not saying that any of us who got canceled recently are going to be at the level of Kirsha right now, but some of us are well on our way that way. And Yukiwaru is definitely one of them. So I have no doubt she'll get there eventually within the next year or two. She keeps it up. I have no doubt. And not only that, I think the most, and at least for me, from my perspective, because I'm more interested in the relationships I've made with people, quite a few of us have become friends. Like, I've made friends with Ember, Nanigachi. I've gotten closer to people like Straub and Rev to some extent. Juju. Sorry, guys, my brain is blinking. I have gotten to talk to Powder. You know, we got to collab with Powder and the girls. I've been friends with Maria for like a long time already, so that's why I haven't mentioned her name. Me and Maria have been friends for quite a long time. And so the relationships, the things that we get to build are strong and they're genuine. You can't beat that. People in the Skybrows universe, Leaf I've been friends with for quite a bit too. So that's why I didn't mention her name. Is me and Leaf have been good friends for a while. Well, for like at least a year, I think at this point. She's great, but we've gotten much closer in the past like 6 to 8 months. So think about it. We're not here to stab each other in the back. We're here to support one another. And heck, just yesterday I was streaming with Juju for her birthday, and the week before that, Ember. Think about it. You're just bringing more awesome people together, and we will stand united against the woke mob.
Twitter! Were they all signed? None of them were signed. So if you ever find me at a convention, I will happily sign a cup if you got one, or any kind of merch if you ever get any kind of merch. I will happily sign the cup or any merch you have. So, you know, bring the yeah. Got rid of for the same reason. Well, if they did that, they'll probably.
I may jump to Rev's video here, but if you guys want to check out Yukiwaru, I will go ahead and link this video for you guys so that you can go check her out. She's really awesome, so go check her out. Not because I don't want to hear her like commentate over her stuff. I do want to see what Rev had to say. So I'll go ahead and I'll drop the link in the chat for you guys. She's really cool. You guys got to see a snippet of her energy. If you're looking for someone with the crazy gremlin mind, she's a super cool person that you should follow 100% without a doubt. And I hope and wish for her success 1000%. I just want to watch the Rev video if I can, but otherwise, yes, very cool, very based. Let me skip ahead here a little bit.
And so damaging, they were fired from this company, Waifu Wares. And not only did they bend the knee to these activists, they eventually lost their spine as well and have deleted all their related posts and gone private. They did.
Because they're cowards. All of them, they're all cowards. They're all freaking cowards. See that? Just say it with your chest. You said it with your chest. Why are you hiding? I'd rather you be wrong and stick to your guns than be a coward and retract because you know you were in the wrong and you got called out and people went and said, garbage company number 9,999 that bent the knee.
All of this for nothing. They're basically Jellywig squared, right? They bend the knee and then they chicken out and they look absolutely terrible. Now, unfortunately, this is the subject of this harassment campaign. Yukiwaru, who's already gained hundreds of followers, and I'm sure after this video they're gonna gain a lot more as well.
She did.
And that's how this whole thing works, right?
Yes,
These
sir.
VTubers get deemed problematic, they get punished for having the wrong think, and everyone thinks that's going to squash their career, but it always has the opposite effect. The Streisand effect takes place, and they gain a ton of support because it turns out the Looney Tunes on social media are not the average VTuber fan. It's the exact opposite, actually. And you would think this company would be grateful, especially a small company like Waifu Wares, who had...
No, they're not grateful. They're a bunch of wokies who maybe have a couple... They have to work with numbers with a lot of people because they haven't taken off the ground yet. Now, the competition for this kind of stuff is really rough. Now, in the UK, there might not be as much. But again, GamerSupps currently dominates the market for this. Now, not everyone will get to work with GamerSupps. I hope that someday GamerSupps, I'll get to work with them, but that may be in the distant future. Still not big enough for them. But I am going to be collaborating with Drink Gamer Girl and working on my own flavor, hopefully soon. I have to reach out to my manager about that. But I will be with Drink Gamer Girl. I have not been canceled as of yet. And they have been working with a couple people from Bestiary. So I'm really excited about that. There are companies that are willing to work with you guys. You just have to do your research and double check. Heck, even Uwu Market has worked with me on merch drops. And I'm sure, and other problematic creators too, on both sides of the spectrum, to be really honest with you. So there are people who are willing to work with you. If you are a VTuber looking to do merch, do not be discouraged because, all these companies are bending the knee. There are some that, business is business. It doesn't matter what side of the coin you're on. They will support you. I can vouch for Uwu Market. I've been working with them since last year, and I dropped my first drop mid to late 2025, and I even got my little bean plushie with them. We funded over 126 of them, thanks to you guys, and they've been great to work with. So don't feel discouraged. Apply. Now, mark and avoid the ones that clearly don't like us, like Advanced GG, these waifu wear people, and I forget who else. Just look at what the chuds are doing, what the bigger chuds are doing. Apply, get in, and, do it. If you got an audience, if you know it's going to sell, why not?
A talent like Yuki here, who sold out their most recent shaker with the company. But nope, Waifu Wares thought otherwise. And as you can see from their description here, Waifu Wares is a UK-based company that sells waifu-related products at affordable prices. Yeah, UK-based company, more like UK soy company, am I right, ladies and gentlemen? But jokes aside, it's not too surprising when you look into this company because their mission states that they're not driven solely by profits. Yeah, clearly, you're also driven by activism and bending the knee to a bunch of people who are never going to support you in any sort of a tangible way whatsoever. And this is actually the VTuber who began the entire campaign against Yuki. Their name is Cats. This VTuber would make this post right here.
Lord have mercy, dude. I saw this person's post, and I think we have each other blocked, but this person said, literally felt my stomach turn watching through this video, ill, and never thought I'd see the day I get involved in drama publicly, but I feel actually sick to my stomach. So again, a whole ton of virtue signaling from this person and everybody in these comments. And as always, the worst offenders always like their comments because they know that they're wrong and they can't face the music. Because they're a bunch of soy boys and soy girls.
I literally felt my stomach turn watching through this video. Ew. Never thought I'd see the day I get involved in drama publicly, but I feel actually sick to my stomach knowing I once called this person friend, felt it was worth sharing as a PSA. And what they're linking is a YouTube video apparently exposing Yuki as some sort of terrible, awful person where they have these incredibly transphobic views. And guess what? This is a snapshot of the things she said. Brace yourselves. You're about to hear some really crazy
it's really transphobic,
statements.
I'm telling you.
I'm ranting. I'm going full unhinged right now. It's those men who are becoming women who say they get their periods. There was like a questionnaire of a guy saying they get their periods, but they don't bleed. They just get like cramps and stuff. Fucking excuse me? Excuse me? As a girl, as a woman who bleeds down there once a month is literally on birth control. These people are out here like, I identify as a girl, therefore I get my period, and I can get pregnant. No, you fucking can't! You can't! Like, fall in love with whoever you want to fall in love with. But when you're at a pride parade and you're in full, like, BDSM...
So, I only heard facts. You guys heard that? Men can't get periods? Isn't this great news? Like, ma'am, just take the bar, take the mic, drop it if you must. Don't wait. Like, this is a fatality. If you continue, you're gonna do fatality on him. What? This is what she got canceled for. Here, I'll say it too. Men can't have periods, and I've said this again. You're not a woman. You know why? Because I'm a woman. I get to bleed. Okay, this is gonna be a bit of TMI, but my body's all messed up, so it don't. It's not functioning too well. But I can have kids. You can't. Your kids are somewhere else. They're still somewhere else because you didn't cut it off. Okay. Let's go back to biology, high school biology. So, if your mommy didn't talk to you about the birds and the bees, kids, just sit here and I'll help you, right? So, your mommy and daddy hopefully explained to you when you were in high school that a man and a woman get together, they kiss each other, and then boom, that woman got that baby. But you know, it was because the man did something very special. And you know what that is? Find out in the next episode of Dragon Ball Z.
A dog wear and greeting kids? There's something wrong with you. If you're a teacher teaching kids to be transgender, to transition, to be gay, to do that so young, there's something wrong with you.
You think so? You think there's something wrong with me? Like, this world has come to such madness that you can't even say that men produce sperm and women have eggs. You can't say that, man. Because you're a bigot, you're a racist, you're a homophobe. You are all the phobes underneath the freaking sun. I don't want any freaking man telling me that he gets on his period. I'll tell you something. I've been struggling with my period for over a decade, buddy. And what about you? 5 seconds with your quote-unquote period? Shut up. Clip it, ship it, I don't care. If you were born with an X and a Y chromie, my homie, you cannot give birth, you cannot produce eggs, and you can go shove your stupid little female pretending self into a box, and we'll ship you right to the white box where you belong, the padded room. Because ain't no man gonna tell me that he's a woman because he thinks so, because he feels like he is born in the wrong body. I don't care. Stop erasing my experience. Stop trying to get into women's sports. And stop saying that you can get on your period. You know what you can get on? You can get on some anti-psych meds. That's what you can get on. But you will never be a woman. Sorry. Pretend all you want. Dress up all you want. Let the spider webs in your brain tell you all you want. But you will never be me. You will never experience what I've gone through. And you will never experience what it's like to give birth. This isn't cyberpunk, buddy. Get it together. Thank you, Yukiwaru.
Let me tell you, growing up, I was a tomboy. Like, I thought I wanted to be a boy. I wanted to be like my cousin. My cousin was a boy, and I thought he was the fucking coolest. So I wanted to wear boy clothes like him. I wanted to have short hair. I wanted to do sports, like shit like that. I just wanted to be like him. I thought I actually wanted to be a boy. And, you know, my
tomboy erasure has got to be one of the biggest crimes in the Big 26. Like, if you guys haven't, like, figured it out already, I'm a bit of a tomboy myself. Now, I wasn't athletic or anything, but I really have loved video games since I was young, and I really like wearing pants and sweats and, like, baggy shirts whenever I can. I don't really like wearing dresses, to be honest. I like wearing pants. I don't mind getting a little rough in the mud. You know, I might be a more feminine tomboy compared to some of the ladies in the chud space, but I've never really been like a girly girl. I don't even like wearing makeup.
Younger sister, Sister Waru, copied everything I did, so therefore she also thought she wanted to be a boy. If what is happening today was happening back then when I was a kid, I probably would have been, I don't know, in some form of transforming as a child and regretted it. Because I love being a girl.
Yeah, so this person feels sick to their stomach and has let go of their former friend because Yuki stated, among many things, that men can't get periods, that making being trans your entire personality is cringe, just like anything else in life. Also,
it's very cringe. It is very cringe. And not only that, and you guys know, and again, please don't go harass this VTuber. Pray for him, because he's delusional. If you guys know Nyara VT, I'm sure you've all heard of Nyara VT at this point. He thinks that he's a woman. He's German, so he's got an extra debuff. His country self-loads itself because of the tiny mustache man. So they had to overcorrect by making everyone gay and whatnot. So just keep that in mind, right? So he thinks that he's a woman. He will never be a woman. He has me blocked because I told him over a year ago that he wouldn't be a woman. He tried coming after Christians for like 1 second out of like a 10-year video, going on a rant about Republicans, even though he lives in Germany. Like, what business do you even have talking about the US? So he is delusional. He is always rage baiting. He's always saying that he's a woman and that trans women go through women experiences too, and that people are misogynistic towards trans women. Like, what are you talking about? You're a misogynist, actually, because you hate women. You hate real women. You invalidate their experience. Because you felt like when you were a kid or a teenager, because you probably watched too much porn and are porn-brained, you decided that you wanted to be a woman. Gloves are off, buddy. I'm not being nice to you no more. Tired of being nice to delusional men who think that they can step all over women because mommy and daddy hurt their feelings when they were a kid. And look, I feel bad for you if that was the case. If your parents didn't treat you well, that's horrible. But don't come with the same energy towards other people.
That they should leave children alone and that teachers and other trusted adults should not be trying to transition, aka groom, minors. And also that she was a tomboy when she was raised, and she is thankful she was not raised in this current era where she might have been led into decisions she would later regret as someone who's very proud to be a girl. Now, of course, a lot of the replies are not going the original poster's way, saying, based, if you don't have a uterus, you can't get a period, watches...
Yo, that's my mutual, that's the Catholic opossum. What's that? Man, yo, he got featured by... Let's go, Catholic opossum, my dude. I love talking to that guy in replies. He's super cool.
Video, no lie detected. How is it phobic? She's stating facts. Well, they're fact phobic, okay? Streisand effect. Stop trying to destroy someone's career or character for them just stating something factual. Just because your opinion disagrees with theirs doesn't mean they're not allowed to have one.
Also, Lulu T or Tila, I don't say this very often, but Lulu Tila is one of the few trans people that I could say I get along with. Now, I wouldn't call him a her, because that's not my MO, but I have respect for Lulu Tila because bro just, he keeps to himself. He doesn't force it on anyone. I'm saying he, even though I think he identifies as she, again, because I don't believe, even if I respect you, I still just, I wouldn't say it. I can't. But he's someone that I would support, you know, in their content, and would give them a thumbs up and say, you can go chill with this person. They're not delusional. They understand that, you know, what the reality is, and they're not pushing it on anyone. So one of the few trans people that I could say are pretty cool.
It sounds like they were only your friend when it was convenient for you.
Yep, exactly.
Are you genuinely effing insane? Do you have a link? I need to drop her a follow. It's rare to find sane VTubers anymore. Most of them are virtue signaling hats like you. Now, of course,
virtue signal.
there's other people who disagree with the previous sentiment, saying a list of problematic topics that were raised, including going on a rant about how trans women don't get periods. Apparently, that is problematic to say. And, well, it was enough to get them terminated. Among, you know, many other people complaining as well, but Waifu Wars bent the knee to these people, saying, what a start to a Monday. Just to reiterate, we do not support the use of AI art, nor do we support trans...
As if she used the AI art in the stuff that she gave you guys. See, that's like something that I don't understand. It's like this whole anti-AI discussion is ridiculous because pretty much 99% of us will go still commission an artist. Some people can't commission an artist all the time, but that doesn't mean that they're going to be using it for commercial purposes. Now, some of them I do. That I don't do that. My AI content is pretty much free for you guys. The only thing that's sort of behind a paywall is just like the behind the scenes stuff, like when I write my lyrics or I'm sharing my ideas and things like that. But otherwise, like all my AI stuff is on my Beanium Records channel and on my Beanium Records X page, where you guys can see some of the music that I'm doing, the outfits that AI is helping me generate and all that stuff. But as far as I know, Yukiwaru used actual art that she commissioned for her shaker cup. And I think I told you guys this, and I just checked my books. I've spent close to $20,000 worth of like art and art related services and VTubing stuff just this year alone, amongst other things for my VTubing stuff. And the year's not even over yet. And that's not even including how much I spent in art last year. So for any dummy who wants to come in and tell me, oh, you're so stupid, you pro AI, I'll no work with you. Dude, you know how many artists I've supported? Artists that have turned their backs on me, people who I thought were friends. I've supported them, and then people are just like, oh, you use AI and everything, as if I use AI and everything. I don't even use AI for my assets at all. As far as I'm aware, I've never used AI in my assets. I commission artists because I support them. I think that they're an important part of VTubing, and I appreciate them, and I love art. I love commissioning people, and I don't really know how to prompt well either, so I can't fully get what I want with AI, but I still wouldn't use it for my assets anyway, at least not on this channel. It's insane. Oh yeah, no, these are business expenses, of course.
Transphobia with some of their rules. And yes, AI was also a part of this. You know how these Looney Tunes feel about AI art? They think it's literally worse than offing someone, right? So that was another part of it, but it was really the transphobia, the supposed transphobia that they're really upset about. Now, of course, they don't directly mention her in this post, but it's very obvious based on the context, and also additional context like this, where a post tagged Waifu Wars, saying, you fired.
I love Greg Zip, bro. This guy's tweets kill me every day that I see him. They kill me every single day.
Yukiwaru for daring to say that men shouldn't have periods. And, well, they untagged themselves from that post. They actually saw this and manually untagged themselves. Clearly pretty affected by this.
Because they don't want the heat. They can dish it out, but they can't take it because they're a bunch of pile of sticks.
They didn't like this. They didn't like that their actions have been highlighted by users like this. But before they went down, they shared other classics like this, saying, I want waifu wares to be an inclusive and supportive community, until you think the wrong way. Like, I've built this up for nearly 4 years to kind of preach those values. Business? You're supposed to be a business? Oh, okay. I can't control action.
A business? Rev, didn't you know we're running a clown show here? Business? They're the opening act? What do you mean? Don't you see the clown nose on the owner? I was hearing the circus music while looking through their post.
of others sadly, which is very true. And then this person also says something true, saying, no, but you control how you react to them. All right, we're cooking. What's next? Proud to see this is how. Glad to be a part of this wonderful company. Oh, again, they're just so close to understanding. Yes, you cannot control the actions of others, but you can control your own. The problem here is that waifu wearers responded very embarrassingly to the actions of someone else. They bent the knee to a bunch of activists, whether it's in their company.
Harbor any. You know, the funny thing is that I don't harbor any ill will towards anyone. Everyone has their own views, and that's fine. I respect that. But while related to business as it states, act in a way that won't bring disrespect to waifu wears, dude. So it's okay for people on your side to come after us, but it's not okay to adhere to reality. Okay, well, I'll make sure to take my psych meds before the end of the stream. I think I might need them.
Which clearly they're not doing that much for them in the first place, or it's people who are not a part of the company, potential customers who never had interest in the first place.
You're right,
and the people
Nico.
who might have been are completely disgusted by the reaction. But let's not overlook the reply to that statement by Waifu Wears, saying, I don't harbor any ill will to anyone. Everyone has their own views, and that's fine. I respect that. But when it comes to business, yada, 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 they can't support it. Yeah, they really do support other people's views until those views contradict their own. And when it comes to Yukiwaru's views, well, that's not something they can respect. And for the record, she doubled down, okay? She is not afraid of her beliefs. The VTuber who made the original call-out post shared a Discord screenshot here of a private message between the two, saying, just curious, is this actually a clip from your stream, referring to the clip we saw earlier? And Yuki says, the thumbnail is clickbait, but I said what I said. I said nothing.
Imagine being such a disgusting degenerate that you have to post your DMs with people. No privacy. Nothing. No loyalty, no friendship. It don't mean nothing. And we'll go over Miyatsu's current debacle with the Sonic community because something similar has happened with her in the last couple of days. Now, I have a little more of a nuanced take for that situation, but this is insanity. What a friend you are, Kat. I pray that half your friends will consider being friends with you because you cannot be trusted. If they even think right of Mao, they're gone in your eyes. This is horrible. Like, unless you're defending yourself because somebody started it, you shouldn't be sharing your DMs unless it's with the cops and something illegal or whatever it might be. But just going out of your way to share your DMs with someone, like, what is this? What are we doing?
Nothing wrong. I said my opinion, and being flames. And this cat individual says, oh, honey, that's not clickbait. That's pretty effing accurate and disgusting. Yes, being called disgusting by the people who have an issue with someone saying leave kids alone is absolutely diabolical. But, of course, what happened to
the outrage of sharing the truth and telling these degenerate gooners to stay away from children? It's really bad. You shouldn't do that, chat. You shouldn't do that.
Post. Well, my wife, Darling Straub here, had a very interesting experience. I saw this happen in real time. She came to me and was like, oh, you might be interested in this situation. She's like, check out my quote. And literally within minutes of her quote, on a post that had been up for nearly a day at this point, they blocked her instantly, and then they deleted their post. Now, I'm not much of a narcissist, but I would like to believe they might have seen what was coming here and they tried to flee the scene of the crime. But unfortunately for them...
Yeah, they did, because they're a bunch of cowards. But the internet is forever. And so, no matter how much you try to run and hide, the archives are on the job. The archivers, they're watching. There's eyes. The eyes are everywhere.
It makes them look worse, because not only are they bending the knee initially, now they're not even standing on business, right? They're spineless. They're not even standing by their decision. They're immediately nuking their post the second they get any sort of backlash or fear backlash. And it's always this, everyone's gangster, till this tweet has been deleted, which leads to really funny screenshots. Like people quoting the now deleted announcement saying waifu wares continues to be the absolute GOAT. Waifu wares. And here's this reply here. Preach it.
More like the absolute retards. Anyway.
And of course, this is now behind a private account saying, I want waifu wares to be an inclusive and supportive community like I built up over the last 4 years, and to kind of preach those values. And here's another one saying, thank you for being amazing. We need more companies like you around these parts. And waifu wares says, thank you, Captain. Always gotta look out for the homies.
Oh man, this is a big ego stroking contest, ain't it, Chad? This is just embarrassing. You guys aren't great at anything. Honestly, you're disgusting, deplorable individuals. And the fact that you let go of someone who brought great energy to your company and probably would have popped off eventually anyway, you just left money on the table. And I can assure you that you will probably not succeed for bending the knee, because the people who agree with you likely don't even buy your product and don't champion you as hard as you think. I can imagine if your numbers are this low in terms of requirements for people to get into stuff, it means you're probably not doing very well.
Now, who's this individual? Because they're involved in the final wave of this video, which is people virtue signaling and trying to blacklist people and trying to basically ruin their career over this situation. And you have this VTuber, again, a small following VTuber.
And it's always the degenerate gooners with the booba out, as usual. And the pronouns, let's see, cursed pirate. I think this person has me blocked, and I think I might have them blocked too, but yeah.
Who decides they have the power to blacklist people. So this was their quote to the original call-out post saying, wake up, see my new merch partner talking about how they don't stand for transphobia and have cut ties with someone. Confused. See this video. Someone making awful transphobic rants with merch company products all over the video. Oh yeah, that's how you get blacklisted fast. I'm glad individuals like this have the confidence to believe they can blacklist anybody. It's literally just...
I mean, their CCV probably isn't more than like 50 or something, who knows. But either way, look, I can admit that I'm kind of a nobody, but like this person talks as if they're Iron Mouse or something and they have any sway in the overall VTubing space. The amount of pride coming from more than half these people is astounding, because overall, no offense, this includes myself, nobody's in the space. I've never heard of this person until pretty much now, this whole situation in the past week or two. Don't know what the appeal is, honestly.
Peak narcissism, but what do you expect? But here's another part of this arc here, where we have this artist who apparently made the model for Yuki. And this was their...
And they moved... Wait, did you guys see that? They moved to Blue Sky. Also, don't go harass this person, but like, they moved to Blue Sky. Leviathan VTuber, formerly Cherry Beery. Oh my god. It doesn't fail, man. All of their kind have to move to Blue Sky because normal people don't want to be around them. So they have to be part of the website that holds all the maps people. Interesting.
Where we have this artist who apparently made the model for Yuki. And this was their reply saying, I'm the artist of her model, and I was friends with her for years. I'm also non-binary.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You're edgy with extra steps. You're not binary. Oh wow, you're so stunning and brave. Oh my gosh. You go, girlfriend or boyfriend, wherever you are, because I don't know what you are. Oh my gosh. Nobody cares, man. Oh, I'm non-binary. Do you want a cookie? Do these people want a cookie? Do they need head pats, chat? Do they need those ice hype head pats? You think if I give them a head pat and some ice, they'll calm down a little bit? They're a little too heated over here. We used to be friends. Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? Like, bro. What is non-binary? Gay with extra steps? You know that, like, sex is binary, right? You're either a male or a female. You either look more like one or the other. Non-binary? More like no brain.
Her say this stuff was a punch in the gut on top of her using the model to create AI images. I'm absolutely devastated by what's happening. And then the original post.
Absolutely devastated that Yukiwaru would give her views knowing that I'm non-binary.
Dude, I have people who, like, I'm friends with, or at least on good terms with, that don't like Christianity. And I'm fine with that. They don't have to like me being Christian. They don't have to like my beliefs. But we're still respectful and loving towards one another. Now, if they say something against Christianity, I might be a little butthurt. But I'm also going to understand from their perspective that they don't hold to religion or my particular religion. Now, if they start calling me names, I may consider my friendship with them, and I'll talk to them in private and be like, hey, I understand that you don't like Christianity. That's fine. Maybe we shouldn't be friends if you're going to go this far. And look, I'm fine with people who are not Christian being my friends as long as they're respectful. Okay? Like, it's all good. And look, if they think I have a mental illness, but they still love me anyway, we could probably still be friends. I'm going to be butthurt. Don't get me wrong. But I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to pull this. Unless you commit a crime, there's no reason for me to comment on something like this. This isn't an airport. Stop announcing your departure. No one cares. Good riddance.
Poster says, I'm genuinely so sorry. I was feeling literally sick to my stomach, sitting there, trying to process what I saw as a friend. I can't imagine how this must have made you feel, considering the way they're acting on top of all the AI stuff with your arts. I hope you're okay. Yeah, you can...
Oh my gosh. They committed 9/11. It was them. Oh, Yukiwaru. She was the one who put the planes into the buildings. Although, there's a conspiracy theory for that one. Anyway, it was her. She did it. Chat. She did it. She's also Hitler. She went into the future. She turned into a cat gremlin girl, right? Hitler became a cat gremlin girl, started being a VTuber, and did whatever happened in Germany. It was Yukiwaru this whole time. I knew it. I figured out the mystery. Now she's gonna say, I would have gone away with the two if it wasn't for your meddling pink gremlin. Like, you made it seem like she killed your pet cat. Oh my gosh, you people are so dramatic. I hate theater kids. Did I tell you that? I don't hate people, but like theater kids, I'm sorry if you're a theater kid. I love you, by the way. But like, I really hate theater kids. You're so dramatic. You're such babies. Get over it. My gosh.
Two friends lost over this situation. Like, clearly you knew nothing about this individual if this came as some sudden shock to you. And you know what? Good riddance. Get rid of people like this. Filter them. These people were lying in wait for the moment you expressed 1 ounce of wrongthink to publicly disavow you for clout and activism on social media. But of course, the thread continues with the artist saying, I'm not super okay. It's a literal nightmare. It doesn't even feel real somehow. Seeing the screenshot of her doubling down as well, I wish I knew how we got here. It's just a gut punch and another gut punch. I'm not sure what to do yet aside from crying about it. Literal
I don't know, get some therapies, get on some meds, get a psych evaluation. Like, you could do anything better with your time that isn't this virtue signaling and how to revoke people's model rights. You're not going to win that. Trust me, you are not winning that battle, and you don't have the money for it. You don't have it.
First world problems. You see someone with a different opinion than you, and you're crying about it and disavowing them publicly. Insane. Literal nightmare, by the way. But then someone says, wish it were possible to revoke her rights to use the model. And the artist does a shushing emoji, implying they're going to revoke the rights of Yuki to that model. Which, by the way, if you don't have any sort of breach of contract that happened here, ooh, this is a really, really bad move. So unless there was some terms in the contract that would bar her from continuing to use this model, I would highly suggest not doing this. Okay? And even if you have the right, should you?
Just don't work with her again. That's all you have to do.
Because you're angry about your friend having wrongthink, or heaven forbid using AI. Now all of a sudden you're going to revoke their right to using the VTuber model. But of course, you can't stop the virtue signaling. After making their replies, they would make a separate post saying, "I'd like to ask people to use the current situation as grounds to spread kindness and awareness. Trans people struggle, yada, yada, yada," and they list a bunch of organizations, and one of them is Mermaids, which is an
Oh my goodness, the audacity. Oh, the audacity to making people who need help, actual mental help. Oh, the audacity of some people. I can't believe it. The world is ending. My shoes are untied. Wait, I don't even have shoes. Hold on. Do I even have feet?
Organization that targets children, which feels really relevant to this entire clip that got you.
And this is why I have a problem with these people, because they can never leave the kids alone. Do you guys like see this? Do you understand this? So a little bit of backstory here from me. So when my Roblox cancellation happened sometime afterwards, there was this one VTuber. His name is Daishima. I don't really care that I throw him under the bus because it's long under the bridge. I used to support him back in the day because I thought he was pretty cool. And when my Roblox drama dropped, he donated all of the super chats and memberships, which wasn't very much at the time, to Mermaids. And I didn't really know at the time what it was, but it was supposed to be kind of sticking it to me, right? Because he didn't want money that was tainted from a homophobe. And I find it so interesting that you people will champion these organizations that are targeting children, and then we're the bad guys. How ironic that you would do such a thing.
In trouble with these people because this trans charity has routinely targeted minors. In fact, they admitted that they were selling binders to not...
What? They provided binders? And what else?
Young people, as this article suggests. No, it was children, including children between the ages of 13 and 16 without the knowledge of their parents or guardians. Thank you to this previous user for proving Yuki's point. You literally proved one of her points from her transphobic rants.
You people are so disgusting. Oh my dear Lord, have mercy. Thank you for the $2 super chat, Rat. And yes, I do read YouTube chat, but I'll get back to chat once I've gone through this. Oh my Lord, you people are actually vile human beings. You know how dangerous it is to bind a growing young woman's chest? You know, temporarily doing it, but long term? You're giving this to a body that is still developing. What's next? That they funded transgender surgeries for young kids for HRT against their parents' will? Without the parent consent? At least religion is supposed to improve your life and help transform you to be a better person. This is to destroy your life and make you question 5-10 years later down the line, what the heck did I do to myself? I can't undo this because I've damaged myself so much. Well, these people need to be jailed. Can we jail these people? Is that possible? When will these companies, when will these organizations be held accountable? And on top of that, using our taxpayer money for this delusion? Are you serious? I don't think there's enough outrage for this. I think they need to be canceled. I would understand if you do this for people who are 18 plus, who are adults and they make their own decision. Okay, that makes sense. You're an adult, you do whatever you want. But children, teenagers who are still, developing mentally. Like, what are we doing?
Incredible. But of course, let's go back to this part. I want to use this situation as grounds to spread kindness and awareness while threatening to revoke her rights to her model. But also, this is another reply where someone says, respectfully. She's right. Sorry you're lost in life right now, but you will find yourself, I'm sure. And the artist says, respectfully, go F yourself sideways, which is a very interesting way to spread kindness, is it not? But then this user points out something very obvious here. Also, at least I'm a man of my word. How about you? And of course, you can see that they quit Twitter. And now they're on Blue Sky. And just like every other Blue Sky user, they always come crawling back to this platform they think is so evil. But don't worry, they're also active on the insane asylum that is Blue Sky, where they're making posts like this saying, remembering why I stopped using Twitter, I feel sick.
I remember why I'm such a virtue signaler. You're such a kind person. Look at you telling people to go themselves silent. Like, how do you even do that? Like, is there a mechanism for this? Is there a button?
Imagine getting to the point where freaking Powder. Oh, they lumped in Powder because apparently.
Wait, they didn't censor Powder this time. Usually they censor the word powder. Powder supremacy, elf life. Yeah, and
but Powder agrees with your stance and takes your side. Hope it was worth it, Yuki.
Oh wow! Powder took their side. Are you gonna censor the word job next? You know how they censor the word job when you hand them over a job application? I think this person may need one.
First world problems, delusions, it's all here, ladies and gentlemen. Like, literally log off of social media if you're this fragile. That's a genuine piece of advice. That's my kindness to you. You seem way too invested emotionally in things that should not make you this upset. That's my advice. But yeah, very interesting situation, ladies and gentlemen. And as you can see, Yukiwaru is reaping the benefits. And of course, I'll put a link to her Twitter account in the pinned comment and description as well. Feel free to give her a follow.
And it just didn't work out. Look, hold on. Let me pull up her Twitter now, chat. And please go give Yukiwaru a follow if you haven't already. Welcome in, Pri. Hi, ZM. How are you? God bless you guys. Oh, that's not the right button. This is the right button, though. So let's see the results of 1 + 1.5. Oh wait, look at that. Oh, guys, I think I stumbled on her page. Oh no, how did I get to Chudette Waru's page? This isn't Yukiwaru. This is a Chud. You guys know who this person? I don't know who this person is. Oh, look at that. Oh, 15,000, almost 16,000 followers. Oh, wow. This Chudette Waru person looks kind of based. Oh, look at that. She's live now. Isn't that great? It didn't work out. Here, let's go to her link tree. Let's go here. Let's go to her YouTube page. Oh, look at that. Oh my gosh. Oh, wow. Well, what's this? Wait, what happens if what happens if I click? Oh, wow. Oh, look at, oh, wow. And wow, she has not even 2 years yet. Huh. Oh, look at this. What are these stats? Oh, wow. Insane. Oh, wow. Look at her. Oh, okay. Very good. Here, let's see her Twitch real fast. Let's see what what's she on about?
Oh my god!
Oh, wait, what the heck?
I mean, if that's the case, take the kid away from her.
Okay, well, she's watching. Oh, wait, look at this. 618 people. Oh, wow. Look at these goals. Look at all these goals. Wow. I can't believe it, chat. That's insane. Did the cancellation attempt work? Is it working yet? Guys, I need you to give me a 1 in chat if it worked. Give me a 2 if it didn't work. 3, haha, suckers. Look at that. It didn't work. It just didn't work. 3, she was boosted. That's beautiful. Well earned. Well earned. And she's just gonna keep climbing and climbing. Look, she's gonna be a chud that makes it. She's gonna make it big time. She's gonna make it to the big leagues. Chat. Go give her your support if you haven't already. Make sure to support Miss Yukiwaru. Just a disclaimer, of course, if you don't like profanity, you may not want to, and that's fair. You don't have to. Pray for her. Pray for the people involved. Are we back? Is it back? Dude, the feds are watching, bro. I'm telling you, man. They watch it. Everybody refresh the page. What? What's lost? Dude, my stuff is blowing up, dude. Am I back? Am I back? Okay, we're live. How many people did we lose? Did we lose the plot, chat? CIA mad for real. they couldn't handle all of the base. yeah, give me a follow at least. Yeah, for real. So basically, to conclude this saga, cancellation doesn't work, and I think that the more they do this, the more they prop people up. Big congratulations to Yukiwaru. And thank you, Rev, for covering this situation. Because at the end of the day, and to conclude, for real, this time, on this particular subject, people are tired of companies and other content creators like this who not only bend the knee, but have foregone reality for the sake of an illusion that is destructive towards one's real life. And we're not tolerating it anymore. The ball is in our court, whether you like it or you don't. It's just a matter of time before more people like me, Rev, Kirsha, Leaflet, Juju, Ember, Maria, among many others, just pop off like crazy. It's just not gonna work. It's not gonna work anymore. And you think it will, but you saw it here, folks. It, in fact, did not work. So, until next time, people who are going to watch this on YouTube, stop with this gay nonsense of trying to cancel people. Not working. Anyway, moving on to another chud. Hopefully, we're all back now. If you guys are here, please make sure to refresh the page. I don't know why my stuff disconnected, but I guess the feds are watching and they said there was enough air, too much on the air with this one. So we got a little bit canceled there by the ISPs and everything. That was too base for them. But yeah, it's insane. So that was it for that video, and we're gonna jump over to the Miyatsu situation because that's another travesty and a half that happened in the last couple of days, unfortunately. And I think also, by the way, if you're on Kick, you are going to probably experience the biggest lag. I could technically restart the stream at this point if you guys prefer, but I don't know, it might be delayed by a bit, so I do apologize. We the new age rebels? Yeah, we are. Let me see what's going on in chat though, because you guys said a lot of stuff, and I feel like people are trying to get my attention, but it's hard to pay attention when you're having a little too much fun and you're into it, you know. I'm doing my part. Sub to Yuki after she went on UTT with Akko and Mizu. Nice. That's great. Yeah, she was on UTT. She's actually going to be on Side Scrollers again in a couple weeks, I think. So, honestly, I'm really happy for her. That's great. Big congratulations. I think she deserves it. And I really hope you guys can continue to support Miss Yukiwaru and everybody else. Because at the end of the day, I'm not going to say that we're perfect. I'm not going to say that none of us have, like, not messed up. Because we're human, too. I think the difference is that people on this side can at least not only admit it, but actually try to do better and such. So I think that it's great that she's doing well for herself. I hope that she continues to garner the attention of more people. And I have no doubt that she's going to reach 1,000 CCV, probably even by the end of the year on Twitch at the very least. And she's gonna, who knows, maybe she even gets to 100K by the end of the year on her YouTube channel. I mean, I think that would be really great. I mean, she's been getting over 400, 500 people in the last week. And that's just amazing. How many people can really pull that off, especially after a cancellation attempt? Not many. Some people just crumble into the wind and they're gone, but she's still standing strong. So, and of course, guys, this is not a call for you to go stir the boat because you want to get noticed, because you want to get noticed, because you need to get a bunch of followers or whatever. Don't do that. Like, genuinely, right, when someone comes after you for your beliefs, and it's pretty sane beliefs, do not stand there and just take it, right? Be yourself. Be who you are. Stand up for yourself. You know, I've done it plenty of times and I'm still kicking, I'm still making content. And that's the best way that you can get these people, is by, in fact, making content. It's by continuing to move forward, not giving up. Collaborate with others in your space, because once people have eyes on you, they're gonna wanna, you know, especially if you're like a cool, down-to-earth person, or your vibe matches their vibe, you're going to find yourself a new group of friends. Your old group of friends who abandoned you are not, you know, they're nothing to worry about anymore. They're gone. Your past is gone. Move on. But again, don't just start anything to just start anything. Let it be genuine. Let it be real, because people on our side can tell when you're not being real too. You know, at the end of the day, people are gonna, and as Christians, and I'm gonna tie this back into Christianity, my favorite verse in the Bible, as you guys know, is John 15:18, where the Bible, you know, where the word says, or where Jesus says, right, that the world hated him, right? The world hated him, and that as Christians, we are gonna be hated as well. So be strong, have faith. If you're a Christian, rely on the Lord. Yeah, CCV stands for concurrent viewers. And usually these platforms go based on averages. Some platforms can tell you what the maximum in someone's stream was, more or less. There's a error, but going back to what I was saying, don't lose hope. And if you're a Christian, stand up for what you believe in. Now, don't go crazy and shoving it down people's throats, because you gotta be reasonable as well. But if you're afraid, you know, what are you really standing for? Like, I'm not saying you have to go out and do what I do, right? Not everyone will do that or feel that they're called to do that, and that's fine. But don't be silent. Be happy, be proud that you love Jesus. Love Jesus, own it. And if you're not religious, but you have similar beliefs or value systems, own it. Because these people, sooner or later, they're going to wake up from the daydream, that the self-inflicted daydream that they're in, and they're going to realize how much time they wasted, and what we were trying to do was to help pull them out. Now, obviously, there are probably people on this side, and I don't know who, but again, there are actual grifters in every which way. There are probably people who don't mean it, and you can't really do anything about it. They will expose themselves. But I very much wholeheartedly believe what I believe. What you see is what you get. What you hear is what you get. Am I a hypocrite at times? Yes, because I'm human and I fail and I fall short, but I'm not scared to admit it, and I have fallen short more than I'd like to admit sometimes. So, That's what I can say. You can tell who's a real one and who's not. So, thank you for the $5 super chat. John in English, he said, basically what I think is happening is that the left is doing a mass purity spiral. Well, here's the thing. They're not pure. They are mentally broken. They are ill. There is no purity in them, because if it was pure, it would be good. At the very least, it would be good. At least with Christianity, it points back to things that are good. To not be a gooner, to not be a degenerate. Don't go kill people. Those are good things. I'd rather we purity spiral about that. But then other people get angry at me because it's like, I bump my goon. I'm my goon. It's like, I mean, I guess you can go goon or whatever, but it's that's also not good for you in the long term. But we're not ready to have that conversation on chat, are we? Take care, Moon. Have a good day. God bless you. But yeah, at the end of the day, I do believe that we are seeing an uprise in people who are standing for what truly is right, because there is a right and there is a wrong. Now, my hope is that more people will come to Christ, and I hope that I can be a good influence on people in the Chud sphere, that they realize that these good morals and things, this instinct of the things that the left is doing that are wrong, that they realize that Christ has put his law and his love in our hearts, and that there's a reason why we reject these things. It's not because, it's the cool thing. No, but because Jesus has established his laws and his love in our hearts, and that there truly is a right, and he is the right, he is the path, he is the light that we should all follow. Of course, I'm never going to force anybody to believe in Christ, not even you guys in chat, because that's not my thing. I just hope that my walk and my testimony can help you think about your own walk. And maybe you used to be Christian. Maybe you walked away because you decided you wanted to follow your own path. But I hope that you can come to Christ again someday. And if you haven't, I hope that you can someday, because he gives you a peace that the world cannot. The world will offer you HRT. The world will offer you SSRIs. But Jesus will offer you a transforming of your soul and a cleansing of the mind that the world will never give you, not even a smidge.